Welcome back everybody to my favorite series, and hopefully yours as well, Can He Beat Goku though? In today's episode we're doing Sun Wukong versus Goku. Now this is kind of like every masterpiece has this cheap copy, because Goku is actually intended to be a copy, or a version of Wukong. Akira Toriyama actually intended for original Dragon Ball to be Journey to the West, and some of the characters you can see inside the original Dragon Ball series actually kind of emulate Journey to the West. So full disclosure, this video is probably going to be my least researched video for a multitude of reasons, but mainly because Sun Wukong is originally from Chinese mythology, and as such, if I want to get a complete list of his feats, I'd have to read through the entire Journey to the West, which would take forever, and considering I'm uploading a video every week, this video would take a lot longer than a week to come out. So I'm just going to go off of Versus Battle Wiki's, much to my chagrin, profile on Sun Wukong, because they have a pretty complete list of his feats and abilities. Sun Wukong, otherwise known as the Monkey King, was born from a magic stone that was nourished by the energies of both heaven and earth, or otherwise known as yin and yang. Sun Wukong eventually met some other monkeys and became their king, hence his nickname the Monkey King. Eventually one of his monkey friends died, and so he decided to travel to find out the cure for death, otherwise known as immortality. After finding out the way of immortality, Wukong eventually acquires the Jingu Bong, a weapon that can elongate itself, shrink, and grow to any size, and weighs about 8,000 kilograms. After preventing his soul from being taken by Hell, Wukong prevents himself from being killed ever again by wiping out his name from the Book of Life and Death, a book that claims to hold every name and lifespan of every mortal in the universe. As such, by eradicating his name from this book, Wukong can never die. Wukong was eventually invited to heaven by the highest gods and goddesses of the universe, and consumed the pills and peaches of immortality while the gods were not paying attention. This granted Wukong another layer of immortality on top of the one he originally already had. Believe it or not, Wukong then proceeds to annihilate the entire army of heaven and the heavenly kings, and is actually only defeated because of a cheap shot from the back. In an attempt to execute him, the gods throw the Monkey King into a crucible full of fire. This fire is stated to be able to destroy immortals equal to Buddha himself. Wukong actually survives this by hiding in the corner of said crucible, and actually gains a new ability, the ability to see evil through his eyes now. Buddha himself eventually arrives and makes a little bet with Wukong. If the Monkey King can escape from Buddha's palm, Buddha will make Wukong the new Jade Emperor. Okay, so get this, Wukong actually jumps from one side of the universe to the other and believes that he's escaped from the Buddha's palm, only to find out that the entire universe actually is Buddha's palm, and so Buddha traps Wukong underneath the mountain for 500 years. After these 500 years are up, the Monkey King actually pledges himself to a pilgrim who's undergoing a journey to the west. While on this journey, Wukong protects the pilgrim from all manner of demons who actually aim to eat the pilgrim because they believe that eating him will grant them immortality. Furthermore, during this journey, Wukong actually learns about Buddhism and becomes a victorious fighting Buddha, later ascending to Buddhahood. Along with his Buddhahood, Wukong has 7 layers of immortality to rely on, making himself immortal 7 times over, as well as being one of the most powerful creatures in all of existence. So with that brief backstory of Sun Wukong being over, let's get into some of his feats. I'm going to ignore everything before he became a Buddha, because Goku scales so far above that it would be kind of irrelevant for me to even mention those feats. So let's just focus on when Wukong becomes a Buddha. Now, ascending to Buddhahood in Buddhism basically means that you're beyond everything conceivable, as in no concepts, math, logic, or anything whatsoever can apply to you. You're just everything, and everything at the same time cannot apply to you, if that makes any sense. You're beyond everything, but at the same time nothing can apply to you, so it's kind of a logical inconsistency, but it also makes some sense at the same time. Now, logically speaking, this will place Wukong at around Boundless or Extraversal in Versus Battle or C-Sapukis respectively, so he's still in Goku's tier when he's a Buddha. And he has more hacks in my opinion. I mean, immortality is 7 layers, plus he can... Okay, I didn't even get into this. He can also transform every hair on his body into a version of himself, a clone of himself that has the exact same strength as him. Each one of those clones can also clone themselves infinitely. Now, with Wukong being on Goku's strength level, if not above, he wouldn't be able to cancel out Wukong's hacks, and Wukong has many more hacks than Goku does. Now, speed-wise, Wukong would be omnipresent, as the city of the Dharmakaya is everywhere and nowhere all at once, which is the definition of omnipresence. So Goku would not even be able to touch Wukong, he'd just be blitzed and one-shotted, or at least it would be a stalemate at the very least, because Goku wouldn't be able to touch Wukong, and they wouldn't be able to damage each other. So, I mean, I just don't see a way that Goku wins here, because strength and durability are equal to each other, you know, due to Newton's third law. So if Wukong is boundless strength-wise, he'd be balanced durability-wise, if not even higher than that, so it's just over for Goku. So I think that pretty much concludes the video. We've determined that Wukong is equal to Goku strength-wise. Faster speed-wise, much faster. He's everywhere all at once. Goku can't even compare to that. His durability would be the same as Goku's, if not higher. He has many more hacks than Goku, which Goku can't cancel out. And I just really don't see a way that Goku wins this fight. So ironically enough, the first person to hang Goku's first defeat is Goku himself, technically. Make of that what you will. But thank you all for watching. I'm not really super happy with this video, so I'm going to be making a second video this week to kind of compensate for that. This video was actually a request by a friend, so hopefully this kind of satiated that request, but if it didn't, then I apologize. But anyways, I'll catch you all in the next one, and stay safe.